So, I'm going to start by saying that I am always amazed but never surprised when people think that enduring something difficult equals resilience. That resilience is a badge of honor for suffering through something difficult. And everywhere we go, we are told resilience is about being tough. We think pushing harder and carrying more while juggling family and proving we can handle all of the environments that we work in means we are resilient. And how many times have you heard, I don't cry, I'm pretty resilient? But that's exactly how strong leaders and founders and women burn out. Resilience isn't about capacity, it's about recovery and evolving and clarity. And it is something I'm extremely passionate about as a leadership resilience strategist. I've twice been a CEO under pressure. I've gone on to build and maintain two of my own businesses that Abby mentioned, and I've done that simultaneously. I've navigated early divorce and subsequently living in a house with no kitchen and no bathroom or no toilet for 3 months. And I know that sounds tragic, but it's actually hilarious because it involves me showering in a portable shower in my garden in front of my neighbors and walking around in my dressing gown outside. But I'll share that story another day. I've experienced finding love again, thankfully, and the bitter disappointment of IVF and the sleepless reality of motherhood. And I've led multiple teams around the globe in complex culture change projects and resilient leadership. And through all of this, I've learned that resilience isn't about grit. It's about knowing the things that enable you to stay steady, that you will not sacrifice no matter how heavy the pressure is. So, this is where I want to introduce you to a very simple concept that I call red line resilience in leadership. The reason I call it red line is because it signals a stop point or a line that you do not cross. It's the boundary that says, this is where I stop and do this other thing that keeps me strong. Your red line is the non negotiable that anchors you. It's what protects you from giving away the parts of yourself that matter the most. So, here's a question for you. When the pressure ramps up for you, what do you do? Do you add more work hours? Do you increase your effort? When life speeds up, what's the first thing that you sacrifice? And what's the cost of you sacrificing that thing? So let me tell you a few stories of how the red line plays out. This year, I coached an executive who was drowning in meetings. Drowning is the best word. And I'm talking her entire schedule was blocked out, double booked back to back meetings. So her red line became one protected block of strategic thinking every single morning. That one decision had turned her from a very reactive manager into a visionary leader. Her red line wasn't about working less, it was actually about working on the right things. A founder I know set her red line as this: never making big decisions back to back without a recovery window. So in the past, she'd go straight from 12-hour strategy sessions with her team into negotiating with partners and investors, and her judgment was very clouded by fatigue. So she made recovery non-negotiable, even if it was just a 20-minute reset between decisions. So can you guess what happened? Her decision-making sharpened. Her deals went better. Her team followed suit, and they didn't burn out anymore because, believe it or not, as a leader, you don't just set culture, you set resilience culture at work. Again, the red line wasn't about working less. It was about working smarter with resilience built into every choice. For me, my red line is that I never work while my daughter is home from school, and I never miss bedtime. No matter what project or pressure I'm feeling, it's one ritual that I protect fiercely. And it means being very creative with my schedule, but it also means that I stay connected to why I do what I do. So, what do you see about yourself in each of those stories? What I know is that each person could fall into the trap of thinking that doing more was better for easing pressure, and that the ability to do more showed that the world that they were really tough and resilient. But I've also learned from each of those red lines that the moment a leader claims that red line, they move from surviving to shaping. And the ripple effect is really, really powerful. That's why red line resilience isn't a nice to have, and it's definitely not about self-care. It's about leadership strategy and why I love doing what I do. So ask yourself, what's one red line you'd protect if everything in your world got busier tomorrow? That's the work that I do. I help leaders and women build clarity and strength and staying power that lasts. So please join me at the Women Thrive Summit. I'm so excited about being there. You can find me on social media at Whisper and Thread and Vermelho Consulting. It said Vermelho, Abby, and LinkedIn, Luisa Hogan. I really look forward to connecting with you.